make sure it's not going to twitch. Stream health yellow. What the? Why is my stream health yellow? Maybe YouTube's having a problem today too.
Yeah, maybe it is just YouTube, because it was like real fuckery, like no rhyme or reason.
That's really weird. I'm seeing a yellow, which means technically we're probably getting
looking okay from my side.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Almost there. Almost ready.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just going to be better if I quit out of this one, because I had two guys pinning me. I had two guys pinning me.
What the hell happened to my camera that has it filming dark lately all of a sudden? I must have changed some setting on it. Not the camera you're seeing, the other camera. Alright, you guys, so what I have here is something that I'm very excited about, and for a few reasons. There are a handful of companies that, regardless of what I've tested over the years, that I get questions asked all the time. Have you tried these? What do you think of these? What about this versus this? I've got this much budget. I'm trying to get this. What do you think of these? And there's one product that I've seen, I've touched, but I've never really used enough to really have a strong opinion on. And it's one of the big players in the market in what I think is one of the most important parts of our sim rigs. So that's why I'm extra excited. The other reason I'm extra excited is for anybody who's been following me behind the scenes. Oh, I've been having a little bit of problem with one particular component. Part of it being my fault for being a gorilla and just breaking my own stuff. Part of it being just sometimes high-end equipment can be a little temperamental. So I have had some problems recently, and I'm hoping that hopefully this gives me that high-end world, and at the same time doesn't cause any problems, and at the same time maybe I won't break these. So what are they? Let's just start by pulling stuff out and see what we get and see if we can figure it out first. Alright, we got this piece of something. Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah, let YouTube catch up.
Alright. We got some paper. And then... Dun dun dun! Oh, what's that? What is in that magic box?
We're just seeing the heel rest right now.
Oh, and there it is. Oh, I guess I have my delay over on this one.
Yeah, new set of brake pedals.
Now I'm gonna guess they're the Willwood ones, because we haven't seen anything yet, but we know it's brake pedals.
What was that, Jesse?
I'm guessing it was the Willwood one.
Nope.
All right. Looks like HPD now.
That's what it is. That's what it is right there. HPP pedals.
Those look sexy as fuck.
Yeah, these arms are really cool looking. You know, they might not say Willwood, but they're obviously some brand, and they're obviously gorgeous. You know, it uses the 3-rod design, or actually it's 4 rods in this case, similar to the way like the CST pedals of old used to operate by holding them in alignment. Instead of a plate, they use bars, and it prevents them from twisting. We can see we've got this massive sensor here on the brake, an elastomer bushing set, so it's similar to in that it's using a dual system, part for measuring and part for resistance. Gas pedal is a traditional, it's got a slider. I'm gonna have to get you guys a close-up of the way these work. This is a trip. So, this whole bar slides on this lower plate. and the spring offers the resistance. You can see it right there. The whole thing's sliding in this plate. Then it looks like we have a stopper that we can adjust the final stopping point for the gas pedal. And it gives you the hard metal on metal stop when you get to that final end point. On the brake, I can't even press it very much because of how stout it is. This is a heavy duty racing pressure type brake. You can see when I push here, it's pulling here and squeezing on these urethane elastomer bumpers. These are actually rubber, I think, not urethane, to be more specific. The brain seems to be in this silver box here. And then the clutch works a lot like the gas pedal in that it has that sliding mechanism and a spring, but then it's got this secondary cam with a roller bearing. So at some point it pushes enough to make that release. And that's your clutch release point that you're getting right there. Nice looking design. Oh, I'm scratching my table. Poor table. It's had better days. Alright, so what other little components or accessories come with it? If anybody's typing anything, I'm not reading the chat right now. Sorry. Oh, this is cool. So with it comes sort of like the HPP toolkit. You can see that right there. And inside we've got like different springs. Not sure what those plates are for. That might be just stabilizer plates for mounting. Whoa! We've got what seem, I'm going to guess these are a harder durometer, I believe is the right word for measurement of squishiness. These feel solid. Yep, these definitely feel like they're going to be harder than the red ones. Variety of good Allen wrenches, not just cheapo ones. A variety of different springs to use for the gas and the clutch, it looks like. I even see an internal, like you might be able to do a dual resistance, it looks like. We'll have to look at the instructions and see. We've got a USB cord. And then basic instruction sheet right here. Okay. In this bag here, I'm going to put this, I don't want to lose anything, so let me put everything away. Let's be clean about this. We are going to move into installation, but I'm going to have to, as usual, turn the studio around, so I'll go off the air for that. And then come back on the air as we attempt to get these installed and hopefully working on our rig so that I can enjoy doing some driving. Wouldn't that be nice for a Sunday night? Despite having lots of editing to do still, but oh well. I gotta enjoy too. Alright, and then on this side what we have is a heel plate. So there's no base on that. You have the three independently. You could mount those independently, by the way. You don't have to do the bar, it looks like. And then what we have here is like some adapter brackets, which should allow us to get a heel plate somewhere in the ballpark of where we want it to do. So we've got those extra brackets there. Really nice. This is like billet aluminum, it feels like, or seems like. I don't know, is billet the way you cut it, or is billet a type of an aluminum? I think it's when you cut aluminum blocks down, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what this is a cut down piece of aluminum, spot for a bearing of some sort there, little threads inside of one of those holes. And I'm assuming somehow that holds this up here in that kind of a ballpark. We'll have to look into the instructions on how to do that. I didn't see it in the quick instructions, so you might have to go online, and we'll go from there. So what do you guys think? Any questions about the HPP from what we've seen?
Billet is a type of aluminum.
Say that again, Doug?
Billet is a type of aluminum.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if that's billet or if it's just specific to, if it's just aluminum. But it's cut aluminum, cut down.
Well, I was at least right about it being pedals.
What kind of pedals did you think?
I said Huizenfeld.
Ah, I like those too. That's another set I get asked about a lot. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like billet aluminum is like a super duper dense aluminum, I'm assuming. You can almost tell by the look of this, it's not quite as shiny. Now that could just be the finish that they put on it. I mean, there's so many ways to finish off metal when you cut it. So, any other questions before we do the turnaround?
Hey, Sean, I've had a question for a long time about a lot of the products that you review.
Uh-huh.
Are they, like, and especially with these, because I know the yard sale and kind of the change of how you're doing things.
Uh-huh.
Like, did they know that they were sending those to you, or is that, like, if I ordered a set of those pedals, is that exactly what I'm getting as well? Good
question. In full disclosure, these were sent to me for review by HPP, so they knew they were being sent to me for review. I am sending them back. No timeline on when that's going to happen, but they're not being sent for me to keep forever. As of now, there's no arrangement for that. And as of now, moving forward, there's no set policy. I'm sort of in a position where if I'm not having trouble getting something that I want, I will get it. If companies are willing to work with me without sending some kind of NDA or jump through hoops arrangement to test it, then I will. If they are creating any kind of handcuffs to prevent me from being an honest reviewer in any way, shape, or form, then I will turn my back on those products and either buy them myself or just skip the review altogether. But these in disclosure, yes. So these were sent by Mark of HPP. He knows I'm reviewing them. And I believe these are exact representation of what the current sales model are. They look brand spanking new, so I'm assuming so.
Okay, and that was my only question, was I didn't know, you know, if they were sending you specific stuff and they know, well, you know, Sean Cole, we watch his videos, he's got an R1, so we're going to go ahead and throw these brackets in.
Right, right.
Or, you know, something of that nature.
And that's stuff that between right now and the actual review that I would double, quadruple check at the website to find out that this could be an additional amount of money. Like, you might be able to order, I'm assuming it starts off as a 2-pedal kit and you can keep building it up and up and up. And maybe not everybody even needs the bars or the heel plate. But that's stuff that I'll know more about and have for the actual review.
Okay, yeah, awesome, because, like, in my rig, I would actually be better off without the heel plate, without the bars, and just 3 pedals to mount onto my rig.
And that makes sense. You know, aluminum is not cheap. So, you know, it's two of 2 different cuts. 2 cut pieces, you know, that stuff's getting cheaper every year, but it's still not cheap. So, yeah, right. I would expect that to be an additional amount of money of some sort. Any other questions? Memories creating saying billet metal is a solid length, often square circle profile of material that has been extruded into shape, either by continuous casting or hot rolling. Billet material is often used in machining. Yes. Okay, cool. It's just a particular process. It doesn't necessarily indicate the overall quality or density or any of those kind of things. It's just another process.
So what you're saying, Sean, is you've got the 3 pedal set, but they also come in a 2 pedal set? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I do believe so. But I'm not 100%. I didn't look at the website before I went on the air.
Yeah, I think they do come in a 2 pedal set.
I thought
Although so. That clutch is pretty cool.
It's a nice looking clutch, and that action is very cool to get one that actually has a good amount of tension to hit that. You know, you think about a racing clutch, and those forks on a racing clutch are really strong.
It sounds just like a dual ceramic clutch out of an old style Peterbilt. When it hits its breaking point. And it's sad that I know that as young as I am, but my family...
I know what you're talking about.
It's that sound that you know that the truck's about to launch.
George Handman uses the GT version of these pedals. GT meaning no clutch? Not sure.
Or inverted.
Ah, inverted, yes. You could invert these for sure. Again, a lot
So
of
now,
them-
is this a new set, or is this the ones they've been with all along, or is this a new design?
I believe this is the one that they're currently selling. I mean, I think they're one of those companies where you'd have to look at your serial number to know which series you're in, you know, because I think they constantly are making small changes. That's my experience with most handmade stuff, is that, you know, you might find 10 in a row that are identical, and then you'll find a slight little change here, and then the next run are a certain way. George has them in the inverted version. So yeah, and yeah. I can see that being easy to do. Much like, again, this reminds me very much, not in the overall design, just purely in the way the pedals tie together. The Canon, or for a while the Mike Main, while those existed, the main performance pedals, which were sort of...
They sound pretty solid. They heavy?
Oh, they look heavy.
They are very heavy. Yes, this is.
They heavier than the Wave Italy's?
If I knock the Wave Italy dish just down to this part, yes. This part right here is really bulky. This measuring box, it's some form of a cylinder, master cylinder of sorts. Not one I've seen myself. And it is engraved HPP, so it might even be sort of a redesign of a master cylinder of sorts. It, you know, it's got a bleed-off screw. I know there's fluid in here. The other thing is this clutch mechanism is very heavy, so looking at the weight of the Wave Italy, all of this stuff is super lightweight aluminum, versus even the aluminum parts here are absolutely like this thick. So they're not going to be light for, you know, they're only light because they're aluminum. They're bulky enough to still be heavy. These are aluminum. It feels like the entire arms on the bottom of the pedal, everything about the pedals are aluminum.
Hey, Brandon asked if they're the SE edition.
Is PRX another edition, Brandon? We'll wait 20 seconds for an answer.
I guess it's 3-PRX-SC is the product number he's asking about.
By the way, I didn't mean to just barrage you with a question. Hello, and I'm back. About 3/4 of the way, man.
Right on.
But tell you that I'm very excited about your review on these pedals, because without a doubt, it's my next upgrade.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. I don't see anything about the other. I just see PRX. I don't see any dash S anything.
I need to double check, but I think the SE is like the upgraded sensor for the brake master cylinder.
Yeah, the SE is also cheaper. Oh, no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong number. Never mind.
Well, you know what? With everything I've been going on with pedals in my world, last thing I want is a more sensitive one. It's like, no, I'll take high end. That's good enough. Super high end seems to be causing me glitches.
Can you grab the clutch and shake it really hard? See what happens.
Shake it?
Never mind.
Okay, here we go.
Are those solid machine aluminum pedal faces?
Yes.
The SEs seem to be coming as a package deal with the with all of the accessories.
Actually, I got it right here. What the differences are? It's on their website.
Yeah, the heel plate, the pad stops, those all seem to be extras as part of a package.
Oh, so we probably have the SE.
The pedals are hollow.
The internal arms are hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the SE also comes with that clear accessory box.
Okay, so we have the SE here.
Okay.
So you're looking at $13.95. Thank you, Brandon.
And I guess those billet pieces of aluminum are for the front heel rest.
Yep, it looks like this first piece mounts right here. The other one mounts there, and that holds it right there in the center. And we're going to get to that when we go into installation, because I'll probably want the heel plate the way my rig is sitting right now, I'm guessing. I have no idea how the mounting's going to go. So this is like as much the show as I can guarantee. What I need to do is turn everything around, get all that crap out of my way, get the cameras over there looking that way.
That grip tape on the surface, on the pedal fronts, face.
This is grip tape, yeah. It's actually not grip tape, or it's like very... It's like, well, yeah, it's grip tape, but it's not like skateboard. It's not like that asphalt grip tape.
It's not the stuff that comes right off. Yeah.
No, and it's not the stuff that's gonna wear,
sandpaper.
like if if you use the grip tape that's like sandpaper, you'll find like black particles under your pedals because it's wearing your shoes.
Yeah.
They're not that kind of grip tape, but they are a grip surface. That's definitely grippy.
Or white lint all over it from your socks.
Yeah, I doubt.
Could use the socks with those pedals.
I
No
can't.
socks here.
I can't imagine using socks. Even the amount of tension on the gas is going to be enough to, in socks, I wouldn't want that for very long.
Now, there's a good question right there. Is there a way to soften that gas pedal up?
Yes, so we have different springs with it, and it came with a little definition of what spring is which spring is which. So right now I have a blue spring on the gas pedal. Yeah, you can adjust the throw with this adjustment screw on the back, and then if you purchased a tuning kit, you can adjust with different springs. Color codes for tuning springs. Soft is white, blue is medium, red is hard, and black is extra hard. So like right now it's got a little blue spring, and if I wanted it softer, I could go to the white spring.
Why would you want your gas pedals to be extra hard?
I don't know. That's probably more for the clutch. All right. Yeah, these are really sexy. You know what I like about these? There's a certain, as bulky as this area, there's something minimalistic about them too. Like,
yeah.
no extra moving cams. Yes, I know the slide mechanism looks fancy, but it's actually pretty basic. There's nothing that can really wear and tear on it.
Now, can you change the footprint of that and slide it together more?
You should be able to, and you could remove it from the bars. And yes.
Or individual mounting?
So, yeah, exactly. So each of these, you guys can see there's a set screw right at the bar. So I can actually loosen that and move it. But I'm at the width. This is his maximum width that you're going to get out of this setup. But if I wanted to move my brake a little more that way.
Oh, I meant like move them all closer together, each one.
Yep, you could do that.
Okay.
And you could take them off the bars and just use the two big holes that I'm going to use to mount anyway, I'm assuming. And you would, if you wanted to, you could mount each one with two holes.
Yeah.
Can you hold that slide mechanism closer to the camera for that's on the clutch and the brake and the gas pedal?
It says each pedal unit is modular and adjustable via the adjustment rods, and the pedal spacing between all three pedal units is adjustable.
Yeah, now that he's got it upside down, I can see all that.
I tell you what, they are pretty.
Yeah, those are good-looking pedals.
The one problem with Hoosingfelds, as good as they are, they always look like just prototype pedals.
Yes, that's one problem I have with the Proto Simtech also.
Yeah, regular set pedals.
Yeah. Look like those building sets that you used to have.
A Rector set.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Now, is that a roller on a piece of plastic or urethane or whatever it is?
Looks like aluminum
Wait,
on.
are you talking the gas or clutch, Jesse?
Like, what are those? What is like that white piece that it slides on? Or I guess it's more of a yellow piece.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's just kind of a slippery material in there. It looks like a sticker of
Teflon.
sorts. I'm guessing it's like some kind of a Teflon sticker.
Okay.
Just so it doesn't bind metal on metal if it like put the nose down first or something maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like that clutch mechanism.
Clutch mechanism is very cool. All right. Yeah. Shit, these are gorgeous. And again, there's something weird about, not weird, but it's like, yeah, they're minimalistic. I like that. They're really not a lot of extra crap back here. It's all low profile. You know, the Wave Italy's stuck up to like here. My Ricmo Tech are kind of low profile, but this mechanism kind of like ends up being over here. And well, I'm off screen there. You can't see me.
Well, I like your Rico Techs. I just think the pedals look ugly.
Well, you can get different pedals. I mean, they make the Willwood model also. I have the Tilton on mine. You talking the gas pedal or the braking?
The brake one, the one that looked like old truck pedals.
That was my first gen ones. I have ones that have Tilton or Willwood arms now.
Oh, okay.
Don't I?
Now, do you know if these are like load cell? I mean, obviously, I guess it's not a load cell, but are they potentiometer for the clutch and the accelerator? We're not sure yet.
I don't know yet. I don't think it's a potentiometer. I think there's some kind of a different type of it. That might be what that yellow strip is, Jesse.
All right.
That might be a metering bar, actually. Because I don't see how you'd even do a potentiometer on this design the way these slide instead of twist.
Oh, hall magnet.
Yeah. Or it could even be, I don't know, I mean, it could even be like a load cell that just is super duper duper light, so you're not actually using it for measuring, you're using it for distance.
Gas pedal incorporates a true linear potentiometer, unlike the common rotary potentiometer or slide potentiometers.
So it's like a volume bar on an old stereo system.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
The travel is also adjustable on the gas pedal.
What's that?
The gas pedal is also adjustable for its travel.
Yeah, you've got a stop right here that you can adjust. The same thing on the clutch. All right, any other questions before the turnaround?
Flip that camera around and let's go to work.
So I have one question. So what finally brought about getting the HPPs for review?
I've asked Mark for these for years. He's just never been able to keep up with demand, and he finally got caught up to the point where he had an extra set that he could let go of.
Okay.
That's literally, I've known him or known of him and communicated a handful of times over the years, and so it just took timing. It was just a timing issue.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, George says this throttle is really smooth. It is very smooth. I mean, it's like all throttle pedals move easy, but the way this whole slider thing works is interesting because it's a different type of tension or feeling than I'm accustomed to. It's different than pushing a, you know, almost all have an arm and, you know, like a tie rod end, and then they usually go to some form of a cam back here. So when you move this, it's activating a secondary cam where the potentiometer usually is. And there's a mechanical feeling in that mechanism of two arms moving together. This, with that sliding action, like literally just, it's the way smooth is the word I want to describe it. How can I describe it when no one would accuse a different pedal of not being smooth? But you can see what it's doing, where it's just moving that straight back instead of operating a whole other cam, like on a Fanatic or the Wave Italy. All right.
Almost looks like it's like a working piston.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
let's watch Sean put it on the rig. Come on, hurry up now.
All right, I'm gonna